Alright, hi guys, this is Phil from Edelrid. I'm the head of product there, and I would like to show you today the new Edelrid Pinch. This is a device that we'll be coming out next year with. That is essentially like it's a belay device for rock climbing, but it also has the certification as a positioner and descender, so the 12841. So you can also use it in any kind of work safety applications. It opens on the side, on that little silver button here, swings open, and then it works like, I mean, you already see it's a camming device, so it's quite a familiar working principle. So you insert the rope until here, pretty common, and then you can close it and you can connect it with a carabiner to your harness, of course, just like any other device. But the cool thing about the Pinch though is that you also have the option to connect it directly to your harness, so I don't even need a carabiner. So before I open it, I could go into my tie-in point and put it directly in here. And the argument for this is not necessarily that you save on a carabiner, right? I mean, we all have enough carabiners, so that is not an issue. But having it so close and so directly tied into you, to your system, gives you so many opportunities. It's just, there's like, of course, like there's a safety related advantage to this because you have one less element in the safety chain that could potentially, like, you know, when you would use this with a carabiner. Just quickly get one in here. When you would connect it with a carabiner, there's potentially always the hazard of that it gets cross-loaded somewhere or so. So you should use an oval-shaped carabiner or a directional like this one, so that you make sure that it always stays like this. But you could potentially cross-load it or open it or whatever. But if this is directly tied in, you just have one less element to worry about. So that's a safety-related advantage, and the other one is a handling-related advantage, right? Because I have it so close to my body and also so low. I mean, if I would tie this lower, that I always have it in my hand. I'm super quick there, and for example, when ascending, I just have less distance, so I would just ascend more efficiently. And then there are also other cool applications for this, like for example, imagine like putting this directly into your lateral Ds, and when you use this, for example, as a positioning device. And now I have it super close to my body. I can get very, very close to the spar, and also like if it locks, I just can't, because I mean, if I use it in a basket, right, there won't be so much load on it. So I can play actually just like this with the thumb here to give me more slack. Of course, I can also use the lever, but yeah, just having it so close to me, it's pretty neat to operate like this. And then the rest of the device, I mean, obviously I go directly in here in front. So it's not only positioning, it's of course descending. So I have a lever here to control my descent. What's cool about this device is that I also have, here in the front, I have the groove with additional braking ribs. So especially for soft or thin ropes, this gives you additional control when you feed the rope from the front, which is always recommended, by the way, because you make sure that your rope won't kink at all. But of course you can also feed it from the sides, like it has the lip here and additional material, so that you can also feed it from the sides. But having this groove here in the front makes you also maybe be more motivated to feed it in from the front, because it is better for your rope. And then yeah, the lever to release. This device has a panic function, so if I would go too far, it would lock again. The cool thing here is as well, if I get into the panic function and now I have, let's say for example, I'm having a system where there's a lot of friction in there, or I'm too light, which happens a lot, right? Then it's sometimes a little bit nerve-wracking that with those kind of devices, you always get into panic function, or very easily. And you have the possibility here of also overriding the panic function, so pulling it even further and continuing your descent like this. That's, like I said, when in these kind of situations when you easily get into panic, this is the way to get out of this. Otherwise, it works, of course, like as a safety feature. You can, though, with the pinch comes a little screw that you could also just screw in here in this dedicated hole there in the lever and completely deactivate the panic function. Yeah, so because then the screw will hit this little nose there and you won't be able to get into the panic mode anymore. Yeah. Just wait a minute. Yeah, so that's the pinch. Multi-purpose device because it has the work safety side and the mountaineering side. Panic function that is activatable. The groove here in the front with the additional ribs, and the coolest thing about this, the directional connection of possibility to your harness or to your whatever kind of attachment point you're using. That's the new pinch coming out like end of March next year. Make sure to check it out.